Hi, Mike.
Hi, Hiroshi. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very, very well indeed. Thanks a lot.
Well, you were working for Penguin, which is a big publisher,
That's right.
and now you have your own publishing company.
Yeah, so I worked for Penguin for about a long time. 32 years I was at Penguin.
I remember that.
In international, working with Japan and India and Canada and all around the place.
Right.
But I retired from there about 8 years ago. Started my own little publisher called the Baker Street Press.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Which I named after my favourite literary character of all time, Sherlock Holmes, because he used to live in Baker Street. So I thought that was a great name for a publisher. So I have my little publisher called the Baker Street Press.
Nice name. And since you travel a lot, but these days COVID-19, people cannot fly so much. Are you frustrated or what you doing?
Okay, so, well, I hate to admit it, but and I feel guilty doing so, but I'm really enjoying myself because here in England, in Britain, since COVID started, the weather has been glorious. We've had the best summer we've ever had. Really. Lots of sunshine. And beautiful days. So my wife and I every day go for a 6-mile walk around along River Thames, and back home for breakfast, and then the rest of the day is punctuated with Zoom calls, which we're on a Zoom now. The brilliance of modern technology. But I've also have to admit that I've taken up golf.
Golf, good.
Golf. So I played a few games in my life, maybe a few games when I was in my teens, but now I've played more games in the last 6 weeks than I've played in.
Oh, beautiful! You must be a good golfer.
No, I'm getting to be a better golfer.
I tell you. I never play golf. The reason is if I do it, I break the friendship.
So I used to play a lot of sport. I used to play cricket, which is a very, very English game and a very great game. Not very well known in Japan. I guess you know baseball better.
Yes,
in Japan.
But cricket is a really long game. I know that.
Yeah. It takes 5 days to play cricket, which is a long, long time. Actually, you can play a shorter form, which is only a day, but...
I hope not when I have a jet lag.
But then I also used to play a lot of rugby. When I was very young, I played rugby, and Japan are very good at rugby.
Quite a fun. I like rugby too. Yeah, exactly.
You had the World Cup there last year.
Sure, exactly. Problem is maybe Olympic game might be postponed again. Cancelled.
Is that right? So I know it's postponed from this year to next year, but it might get postponed.
It depends on your country's medicine. Like AstraZeneca is making a kind of vaccines. I hope it can be done soon.
Yeah, so I live quite close to Oxford, and I know quite a lot of people in biochemistry and the pharmacy, and I think the news sounds good. So AstraZeneca are working with Sarah Gilbert at Oxford University on a vaccine. And I know that they were very quick to design the vaccine as soon as they knew about COVID. And I think the signs are looking good. I mean, you never know with these things whether they're going to be perfect, and they're going through trials at the moment. But I think the signs are looking very good. So, as we say in England, fingers crossed, or touch wood, we might have a vaccine very shortly.
I hope that you can export to Tokyo too.
Oh, of course. So I will have a word with people and say, please put Tokyo first on the list.
Yeah, don't take commission, okay?
Okay, that's a deal. That's
Well,
a deal.
tell me, because of that one, because London is like a ghost town, a lot of
Yeah.
people is escaping to countryside. Am I correct?
Yeah, no, that is right. And I think a lot of people, so I live about 35 miles outside London. I live on the River Thames, near Windsor, Windsor Castle and the royal family and everything. So not far from Windsor. And I know an estate agent who is telling me that houses around here are selling very quickly because people in London don't like being locked down in the centre of the city. So they are thinking, well, we'll move out. And lots of people are working from home now. I work from home anyway, but lots of people are learning how to work from home.
I see.
And it's a nice thing to do.
And the major publisher, they are doing like a teleworking or just they are commuting?
No, all the major publishers are teleworking. They've either got their staff working from home or their staff have been furloughed. And furloughed means that the government pay 80% of the salary for them not to work during this time, so just to keep them going. They're not allowed to do any work, but
question. Because of the COVID-19, Japan got a lot of economical damage, and maybe England too. But unfortunately, also England is right after the Brexit. So how it is impacted in both things together?
Well, I think the great thing is that COVID has taken our mind off Brexit, so nobody talks about Brexit anymore. And although there's lots of stuff going on in the negotiations, for the general public, Brexit they've forgotten about it now.
Oh, okay.
But damage to economy, yes, there is damage to the economy, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we might be kind of 5 or 6% down in terms of the economy. I thought we might be 50% down or something. Exactly. No, it's only 5 or 6% down, which is amazing when you think about it.
Yeah, it's amazing. So now you can walk out freely too, without any quarantine.
Yes. So when we had our lockdown, our initial lockdown, we were allowed to go out for 1 hour a day to do physical exercise, and to go to a shop to buy essential food. So only food shopping, no other shopping. But now we are allowed to go out. We have to socially distance, so we shouldn't be closer than 1 meter to somebody else. And if we do go into a shop, we have to wear a face mask.
I see.
Face mask. But apart from that, we're fairly free. Although there's news at the moment that if you go to Spain, because there's been a second wave spike.
Exactly.
If you come back from Spain, then you've got to spend 2 weeks in quarantine. Self-imposed quarantine.
I understand.
Yeah, not.
Well, for everybody like us in the publishing world, I like making books, and of course you do. But question is in Japan, of course, a lot of big bookstore is suffering of the business because a new wave of the internet and all kind of new kind of method of reading things.
Yes.
And in the United States also, I saw a lot of news there are no bookstore town, something like this. Town there are no bookstores. How about in England? Waterstone is still doing well, and how about the small bookstores?
Yeah, so I think it's interesting because that used to be the case in the UK about 5 or 6 years ago. But over the last 5 years, what we've seen is a change to that way of things happening, and more bookstores are opening. So Waterstones are opening more branches in places, which is great. Sometimes not branded Waterstones. Sometimes they will call it the whatever town it is bookshop, which is a nice thing to do, I think. but also there's lots of independent bookshops opening.
Oh, okay. Like you, like a small publisher, how are you selling books?
How do we sell books? So we have a sales team, and they go out to the small bookshops. They go and see Waterstones and bookstores. But we also sell to schools, because a lot of the stuff that we do is for students.
Yeah, that's
so we publish classic books for students of English, but reduced. So we do books in 64 pages, and maybe the original book is 300 pages or even 500 pages. So it makes it easier to understand and read the book. It's great. If you want to be the most well-read person on the planet, all you need to do is buy our books, and in 2 weeks you could have read every important novel.
That's good. Well, Mike, because we have known each other, someday in the near future, let's get together when coronavirus is gone.
That would be great. Either here in London or over there in Tokyo would be lovely.
Yeah, I will invite you too. Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, Hiroshi. Thank you very much indeed. Bye bye.
さていかがでしたでしょうか。マイク・ブライアンさんってね、実はですね、ペンギンって、動物のペンギンじゃないんですよ。出版社のペンギンなんですけどね、大きな出版社なんですよ。イギリスを代表するね、ものすごい莫大なタイトルを持っている、強烈に大きな出版社がありましてね、そこのですね、営業部門のトップだった人なんですよ。それで、インドの支局長もやったことがあるというね、イギリスの伝統的な人なんですよね。そして今ではね、そこをリタイアして、自分の小さな出版社をやっているんですよね。ベーカーストリートプレスというね。ベーカーストリートっていうのはね、シャーロック・ホームズのね、ところに出てくる通りの名前ですよね。だから、そういうところをもじった出版社なんですけどね。なんて言うんでしょうか。本当のブリティッシュジェントルマンって言いますかね。で、しかも、今コロナの時に、ロンドンっていうのはね、結構街の中ごちゃごちゃしてるので、多くのね、そういうちょっと余裕のある人たちっていうのは郊外にも住んでるんですよね。ですから、この郊外に住んでいる、彼ら、ヒースロー空港からちょっと西側らしいんですけどね、緑に覆われた素敵な家に住んでます。そしてそういう中でね、自分の好きな出版をやってるんですけども、出版界もね、なかなか今のところうまくいってるらしいですよね。日本ではなかなかね、出版ってもう古くなってるなって言うんですけど、さすがにイギリスですよね。物を読む習慣ってあるんですけども、彼が作ってる出版物はね、どちらかとはいえね、イギリス人の中でもね、本が苦手な人が増えていると。だから、どちらかというと簡単な読み物、そういうものを作って、その人たちの教育レベルを上げていこうということで、学校とかがマーケットなんですね。こういう新しい傾向、面白いですよね。そういう活動をされている人です。で、英語がですね、非常にブリティッシュイングリッシュでしたよね。イギリスの英語。これアメリカの英語と全く違う雰囲気ですよね。ですからぜひね、その違いを楽しみながら、彼のアクセント、これがね、本当の英語のアクセントなんですよね。それを楽しんでいただきながら、もう一回でもね、聞いてみてくださいよ。また次の国に行ってみます。